Hello, Cayman. I'm Daniel Phillips.
And I'm Anna Yoder.
And here's your news for the last week before break and the last week of the semester.
Today is the last day of Semester 1. Winter break will last from December 22nd to January 5th. We will come back from break and begin the second semester on Monday, January 5th.
On December 9th, MHS hosted a blood drive where they collected 52 pints of blood. This blood can go to help 150 people. The next blood drive is February 29th. Sign up to donate.
Want to revisit some of your favorite school highlights at the end of the year? If so, make sure you don't miss the chance to buy the yearbook. The yearbook cost starts at $72 and the price can go up with personalizations. You can buy the book at jostens.com on the Mishawaka shop or pick up an order in the main office. For any questions, contact Mrs. Buckman at buckmanc@mishawaka.k12.in.us or visit her in room 262.
Last week, the cast list for the spring musical came out. Congratulations to all who are casted. Rehearsals start this week and will continue until late March, with 3 performances being March 20th, March 21st, and March 22nd.
Tomorrow, the theater department is having a fundraiser for the musical. Drop off your presents that need wrapped and students will wrap it for you from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Our MHS Pep Band had their first rehearsal Monday, and tonight they will perform at the boys' basketball game where the boys will take on the Concord Minutemen. Come out and support our Pep Band.
Last Friday, the 12th, the auditorium began its newest renovation. The chandeliers needed new light bulbs, so they were each brought down and each bulb was replaced. Fun fact, it takes a long time because someone has to hold a key for 15 minutes to bring the chandelier down and another 15 minutes to put them back up.
Quiz Bowl is one of the academic teams offered here at MHS. Here to tell us more about it is Kira Foley.
Quiz Bowl is an amazing opportunity for students to come together, have fun, and play some trivia. The team is currently coached by Mrs. Whistler.
I am Mrs. Whistler. I am the coach for Quiz Bowl. I'm also a math and computer science teacher here at the high school. I think I've been coaching for about 6 years. Mr. Steinkellner had it before me, and he talked me into it, and I absolutely love it, and I love the kids that I have on the team. I think I enjoy the teammates, the players, the kids under that I'm coaching. They're all really great kids, and they all are from so many different areas and have so much different knowledge. It really works well for our team, and just hanging out with them is a whole lot of fun for me.
My name is Nico Price. I'm a junior, and my position on the team is varsity captain. This will be my 3rd year of Quiz Bowl, all years varsity, and this is my 1st year as varsity captain. I've had people describe it as it's like competitive Jeopardy. There's 2 teams, and the question is asked by a quiz master, and there's different rounds, but you press a buzzer. Whoever presses the button first tries to answer the question. I decided to join Quiz Bowl because they needed someone who knew a lot about random history facts, and not to brag, but I'm kind of a history buff. What I enjoy most is how some of us are really competitive, and I do like that. I like seeing other people competitive, especially the younger people, because eventually I'm going to be out of here. And so I like to see who's going to be the next varsity captain and stuff.
My name is Megan Spencer. I'm a sophomore, and I'm the JV captain. This is my 2nd year participating. I enjoy learning a bunch of new things, like stuff that I would never know about if I wasn't a part of Quiz Bowl. Well, I have a lot more friends now, and on top of that, the knowledge that I got from answering the questions and practicing. I would recommend it to people because, I don't know, I think learning is fun, random questions, obviously not everybody likes school, but Quiz Bowl is definitely not school. It's a lot more fun.
The Quiz Bowl regular season is over, but if you're interested in joining next year, contact Mrs. Whistler for more information.
Our Quiz Bowl team traveled to Riley High School and came back with the win. This marks the end of the regular season of Quiz Bowl.
The ISMA solo and ensemble performances are coming up for our fine arts students. If you are planning to perform at Northwood High School, please make sure with your director that you are on track and have all the things you need to start practicing and preparing.
If you are looking for a job, then try out lifeguarding. You will be instructed on water safety, so you don't need any prior knowledge. Contact Mrs. Smith via email or an in-person visit at room 351. You can also scan the QR code on the screen.
This past Monday, December 15th, eSports held a call-out meeting for Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, and Valorant. If you did not make it to this call-out meeting or the previous call-out meeting, which was last week on December 9th, but still would like to join, please contact boysenj@mishawaka.k12.in.us.
The school has been raising money for the food drive, and in result, some of the students' favorite administrators will get pied in the face. Join Mr. Rendell to see more.
We're here in the cafeteria, ready for some pie in the face. We've got all sorts of administrators here. Miss Ziegler, looks like Mr. Fraz, Miss Beppe, lots of people ready for pie in the face. And here we go. Oh no! Thanks for all of these people being part of this event, as the food drive raised a lot of money here at MHS.
The food drive was last Saturday. Saturday's food drive helped at least 90 families with food and gifts for Christmas. Thank you to the volunteers. You are wonderful. Thank you to all who came out and helped to donate to those who need it.
Hi, my name is Sully Mamalenti, and here's your Mishawaka sports for this week. Tuesday, the girls wrestling team had a dual meet against Adams. On senior night, the girls came out victoriously, winning 48-18. They then traveled to Wawasee Wednesday for their next meet. They will be home this Saturday for the NLC Girls Invite. Come support the team. The boys wrestling team traveled to the Chris Trikoff Memorial Invitational last Saturday. This is one of the hardest wrestling tournaments in Indiana, and the boys went 2-3 as a team. They then wrestled Wawasee last night here at MHS. They traveled to Penn tomorrow for the Henry Wilk Invite. The girls basketball team faced Northwood in the Cave last Friday and lost in a heartbreaker 37-36. They got back into the win column on Tuesday, playing one of their best games of the season, defeating Washington 62-49. Tomorrow they will attempt to get their first NLC win in over 2 seasons as they take on the road versus Concord. The boys basketball team took on Michigan City on Tuesday on the road. The team fell by a score of 69-45. The team will look to bounce back as they kick off NLC play against Concord in the Cave tonight. You can also watch the game on the Mishawaka Network. This week, MHS swim and dive team took on Concord Tuesday before taking on Riley Thursday. Tomorrow they travel to Warsaw for the Warsaw Dive Invite. Last weekend, the MHS bowling teams had their 11th and 12th matches of the regular season. The boys faced South Bend Adams and Marion. They fell to Marion but defeated Adams, making them 7-4 on the season. The girls fared very well in the matches, pulling 2 wins, defeating Argos and LaVille, making them 8-3 on the season. One of Mishawaka's senior boys bowlers will be going to bowl in college. Jack Taylor will be signed to bowl at Indiana Wesleyan. The signing took place at Chippewa Bowling Alley alongside his parents and fellow teammates. Tonight, Oklahoma hosts Alabama in the first round of the college football playoffs, and whoever wins that game will play the Indiana Hoosiers in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California on January 1st at 4 p.m. Last week, Jeremiah Love placed 3rd in the Heisman race, but Fernando Mendoza, the Hoosiers quarterback, came in 1st, winning the Heisman. That's all we have for this week's sports news. Now back to Eli for the Mishawaka broadcasting schedule.
What is up, Caveman? My name is Eli Elkins, and this is your upcoming broadcast schedule for 2026. We will be streaming on Huddle, YouTube, and Facebook, so go look out for those when those happen. Also, we might start a little earlier than what it actually says. Now, January 3rd, we have the Al Smith Invite at 2 p.m. Next, we have the January 6th, we have the girls basketball versus Penn at 7 p.m. January 8th, we have wrestling versus Northridge at 6:30 p.m. January 9th, we have the girls basketball versus Plymouth at 6 p.m. Also, we have the boys basketball versus Plymouth at 7 p.m. So take a look at those. Next, we have January 14th, we have the wrestling versus Wawasee at 6:30. January 17th, we have the boys basketball versus LaPorte at 5:30 p.m. Now, the whole week from January 18th and 24th, we have no upcoming broadcasts. But keep a lookout and I will update you if there's any more broadcasts for that week. Now, for the last week of January, we have January 27th with the girls basketball versus New Prairie at 7 p.m. January 29th, we have the girls basketball versus Goshen at 7:15 p.m. The next day, January 30th, we have the boys basketball versus Goshen at 7 p.m. too. Now for the last day of January, we have the January 31st, we have wrestling sectionals at 8 a.m. At 8 a.m. I have to emphasize on that because that is very early in the morning, and some people don't want to get up at that time, but some people think it's at 8 p.m. instead of 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Let me put it in all caps right here. 8 a.m. 8, big and bold. 8 a.m. So be there and be ready for these upcoming broadcast schedules and have a nice weekend, nice winter break, and enjoy every day. Next semester will be great. Let's start off, end this semester good, and good luck, cavemen, and have a good winter break.
The Student Council is taking part in many events around the school this holiday season. Christmas caroling will be taking place at a local nursing home on December 22nd. For the third year in a row now, Battelle's sixth graders participated in wreaths across America. The students were able to help unload more than 3,000 wreaths across the cemetery. The load was escorted by police, and Site Report South Bend helped deliver. Thank you for giving thanks and showing love to our veterans.
What an incredible night for our first LEGO League Elementary Robotics Competition. The event, which was held on Monday the 8th, involved local elementary schools who were able to showcase their skills. Tournament champions Du Bois from Hums qualified for the state championship at Lucas Oil Stadium in March.
Hello, I'm Miles Duffy, and I have a question for you. When do you think it's good to set up Christmas decorations? When do you think is an appropriate time to set up Christmas decorations?
Whatever people feel like it. I don't have a specific preference. Usually sometimes, before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, on Halloween, June. It doesn't really matter as long as people are happy.
When do you think is an appropriate time to set up Christmas decorations?
I would say after Thanksgiving. After Halloween.
When is it appropriate time to set up Christmas decorations?
After Thanksgiving. I'd say like a week or two after Halloween, kind of get settled in, take your time.
When is the appropriate time to set up Christmas decorations?
The first day of the month on December.
Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta do it on December 1st, after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving. That's the only time.
What day do you think is an appropriate day to set up Christmas decorations?
I'll say like November 15th.
November 1st.
I'm gonna say December 1st. You gotta wait a little time after Thanksgiving.
When do you think is an appropriate time to set up Christmas decorations?
I say the day after Halloween. After Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Miles. Anna, when do you think is an appropriate time to put up decorations for Christmas?
Well, I think a good time would be after Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving, but I also do it very early because I get very excited. What about you?
My grandmother handles all that, and she likes to put it on the day after Halloween. It's November 1st.
Yeah.
Some decorations are going up.
That's good. Mishawaka High School is again participating in the Polar Plunge. Students and staff will be raising money for Special Olympics Indiana by jumping into freezing cold water. See Mrs. Starkweather for more information. 3 SCM schools are hiring program assistants: Beeger and Hums Elementary School and Mishawaka High School. If you know anybody that would be interested, please visit mishawakaschools.com/employment.
Hello everyone and welcome to the weather. Today we have a high of 21 and a low of 18. And Tuesday we have a high of 41 with a low of 20. And on Sunday we have a high of 27 and a low of 21. And for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, on Monday, we have a high of 37 and a low of 32. On Tuesday, we have a high of 44 and a low of 27. And on Wednesday, we have a high of 39 and a low of 34. Have a great day.
That's all your news for this week, cavemen. Have a great Christmas break.
Shout out Mr. Ebright.
And shout out to Mrs. Yoder.